Hey guys, it's Ashley from Upside Goods Company, and today I'm bringing you a video about a topic that I am truly passionate about, which is kind of silly to think about because it's emails. And in my experience as a marketing business and in my experience as a small business owner, the thing that I find the most results from in regards to initiatives of marketing is email. And oftentimes I hear people in passing or at conferences or anything like that. I mean, conferences is kind of silly to say because I haven't been to one in a while, but a lot of times the focus is on social media, and that absolutely is a thing. Like, you have to pay to play with social media to get some reach. But I think the focus is so heavy on that people just kind of assume email isn't that big of a deal, or some even venture to say that email is dead. And in that, my rebuttal or my response would be, if you think email is dead, then you are missing out on a very, very huge captive piece of your business. And so today I'm going to talk about 3 reasons why you absolutely, positively need to be sending emails actively for your small business. So let's go ahead and get right into it, because you guys aren't here for any of the additional commentary or me drinking tea because it's a blustery day outside here in Albuquerque. But the first reason that you absolutely have to be sending emails to your email subscriber list is because they gave you that information. That's right. Let me say that again. They gave you permission to contact them. So that means that you have a really captive audience. And what a captive audience means is that usually that can transition into an active purchasing audience, meaning that they're probably going to give you high click-through rates, meaning that they're probably going to listen to your call to actions, meaning that they want to know what you have to say. So if you think about emails, usually you get them by someone subscribing via your website. Maybe that's by a pop-up announcement bar, something like that, or maybe that's through a purchase that they've already made. So they've given you their email and contact information. So why aren't we contacting them? I mean, it seems pretty rudimentary when you really think of it that way. Now, since they are a captive audience, that means that most likely they want to hear what you have to say. They're interested in your product, they're interested in your business, they're interested in your service. So we need to be making sure that we're keeping them engaged by sending them emails. Sometimes you just need to kind of walk through the process of, someone voluntarily gave me their contact information, so we probably should be contacting them. I know that the other flip side of that coin is that, and I've witnessed this with small businesses that I've worked with, is they're like, well, I don't want to send too many emails, or I don't want to be annoying. And that's a really fair point. Don't be annoying. Send information that you yourself as a consumer would like to read, would like to know. They're already interested in your business. They already gave you their information, so make use of it. Send them information that they need to know. Now, if you're just sending an email because you're like, oh, I haven't sent an email in a while and I should send one, but it's not really getting to a point, it's not really driving to a call to action, or it's not really information that they wouldn't already know about your business, then don't send the email. My point is that if you don't feel like you have something really important to say, but you're just getting kind of antsy and that you need to send an email, just skip the email. It doesn't have to happen. I think it's really important that we're always conveying some sort of focus and point in the emails that we're sending. More on that later. The second thing that I wanted to share with you guys is towards why you need to be sending emails to your audience is because it's simple math. And when I found these numbers, I was absolutely blown away. I too fall victim a lot of times to, I have to be posting on social media. I have to be posting stories, Instagram posts, TikToks, all the things. That's actually true. You still need to be active in those pieces of engagement through social media, but I want you to think about strictly numbers. So I want to compare the number 100. So if I have 100 email subscribers and if I have 100 followers on Instagram, there's really powerful rates of return on this that I want you guys to think about. So a successful email campaign, when we send it out to our 100 subscribers, a successful campaign is usually in the range of like 25 to 40% of an open rate. That means 25 to 40% of our email subscribers, all 100 of them, they're opening the email. So that would be 25 to 40 people have opened my email that I sent to them. Now let's take the same 100 subscribers, but this time let's change it to followers. I have 100 followers on Instagram. A successful Instagram post on our feed is considered 5% engagement. That means 5% of people either see, like, comment, engage in some capacity with your post. Couldn't find my word there. So out of 100 followers, 5% means 5 people. So I could be saying the same exact message in an email as I could be saying in an Instagram post. I'm not a mathematician, but the numbers are strictly there with email. That means 25 to 40 people see my email as opposed to 5 people see my post. So just something to think about. And again, we have to play social media games all the time. We have to be active on it. And there are a lot of proof of rate of returns with Instagram and social media, but just something to think about with the emails. This is a bit stronger. Now remember, going back to point 1, they're already active. They're already interested in our brand because they gave us that information to contact them. So something to think about of point 1 partnered with point 2 is pretty big strength in numbers. So the last point that I want to get at today, and then I'll wrap this up, is that we have to have a captive call to action. So if you're like me, I run a yoga business, so my yoga is a service, or I run a candle business, which is a product. I want to have a strong call to action with both of those platforms. So it really doesn't matter what industry you're in. But when I say call to action, that means I'm wanting my audience to do something. So for yoga, for instance, maybe I want them to go to my website to see the schedule of upcoming classes. If I have a ticketed class, maybe I want to take them directly to that ticket link so that they purchase a ticket and reserve a spot. That would be a direct call to action. Now your call to actions can be anything from buy now, to learn more, to read our blog posts, to A, B, C, D, the list goes on and on. We want to be really clearly defined in those call to actions because there's 2 things that we're looking at when we're sending emails. One is the open rate, which we're going from that 25 to 40%. We want to have that as an open rate with our emails. The second one is our click-through rate. The click-through rate means that those buttons that I'm putting in the emails are taking them to that call to action that I'm asking for. We want to have a really strong call to action. Now, I don't know the exact numbers or percentages of what's considered successful with that, but obviously the higher the better. So we want to be aiming for really direct, really concise call to actions from our emails. And that actually goes back to point 1 and point 2 of we want to make sure that we're not just sending emails for the sake of sending them. We're sending them for a reason. We're sending them for a call to action and something that we want that audience member to do. Something that we want them to either purchase, buy, sign up for, subscribe. I don't know. The list goes on and on. Clearly, I won't waste your time in running through all of the gambit of those. The 3 things we talked about in summary, and I'm going to get to a bonus one here, so keep watching, is we want to make sure that we are engaging with our audience, and we already have that captive audience, so we want to make sure that we're really touching base with them at least 2 or 3 times a month. Especially if you have a big subscriber list, you might want to even be doing once a week, if not more, assuming that you have something that you need to be sharing. The other thing is we want to be making sure that the emails that we're sending are getting a 25 to 40% open rate. That can be obtained by really strong and really engaging subject lines, which is a whole other video that I'll do for you guys. But the better the subject line, the more chances are that people are going to open it up. And then we're getting into point 3, which is getting an active audience, getting click-through rates, getting call to actions, getting everything wrapped up so that at the end of the day, you can be adding a monetary value to each individual email campaign that you send. Now, the bonus tip that I have for you guys and something that I want you to do is the next time that you send an email, I want you to go into whatever email subscribing campaign, service, MailChimp, all the things that you use. Go back in the next day and resend that email that you sent to anybody who did not open it. Most email service providers should offer this, but this makes a huge, huge difference. Reason being, sometimes you wake up in the morning and you check your emails. That's what I do. And some days I'm just not in the mood to open a certain email. I don't unsubscribe to it because I still want their information, but I just don't read it. Or maybe it's a busy day and I just have all these things already on my mind and I'm just not interested in opening it. By resending the email the next day to anybody who did not open your email, which again is something that you can filter down and select, change the subject so it's still similar but different, so it's not the same exact email, and then resend it. And I guarantee you guys you'll get anywhere from like 10 to 25% open rates again. So add that on to what you did the first day, to the second day. Make sure that you are resending emails to those who do not open them. That is my one bonus power tip to you guys today. If you have any marketing questions, please reach out below. I have mentoring and consulting available, which is 30 for 30. 30 minutes for $30, and we can blaze through any questions that you have marketing and business related. It does not matter what industry you're in. Candle making helps because I'm already knee deep in that, and also with the yoga business, but really any industry works because marketing and business questions are pretty universal. The other thing I want to share is that down below you can see that there is a Candle Collective sign up. If you are a candle maker and looking for specific business and marketing how-to tips, tricks, new video releases, anything like that, as well as a Facebook group that you can join to air your woes or questions. It's a really great community that we're building, and we would love for you guys to join. Again, my name is Ashley. If you have any questions, leave them below. I'll get back to you within 24 hours, and I hope you have a wonderful day, so go send that email. I felt like I need to be the... my video.